choosing Animal Crossing, and today I'm gonna suggest a few videos that might be suitable for probably Tropicalcore today. Because I was thinking to myself, why not do something theme related on my channel so you guys can get more of those sort of videos. Because when I did my last one on musical festival videos, it actually went very well. So I'm thinking if I do another one, it might actually help me out a lot. So let's get into it, shall we? Well, first video that I recommend for Tropicalcore is aldi. The only reason why is because she looks more of a tropical video than everyone might sort of think about, because sometimes when you think about aldi in particular, she's the sort of like the newest wolf there is out of the plot, and she's only the first paid villager in the wolf species in a way. But the only reason why she looks kind of more like her tropical village is that inside her house interior, it's got like a beach, she's got a lot of tropical items that's inside it and that stuff, and plus she is also a popular villager as well. And I must say, if anyone could have her on their tropical islands, it'd probably be brilliant. Well, I would recommend aldi in particular because I kind of like her design. It gives me all that tropical vibes and that stuff. So if you guys are looking for tropical villagers, I recommend aldi for you. So our next video suggestion is June. Well, the only reason why I've kind of gone with June in the end is that she looks more of a summery villager in particular, and plus her name June means a lot of things. It sort of reminds me of the first month of summer, which is June in a way. But I quite like her sort of personality type as well. Normal's pretty good as well when it comes to tropical islands. You could always have June hanging around, and plus there are a few fans out there that do particularly want June on their islands. So I was thinking if she's going to be a good tropical suggestion, I'll probably recommend June for you in a way. So my next video suggestion is Melba, who I think will probably fit Tropicalcore very well, because I do technically have her on my first island, and she's definitely one of my favourite sort of koala villagers there are in the game, and she's one of the sweetest ones there are. And plus, every time I go inside her house, it gives me that the Hawaiian sort of tropics houses inside. I like her house interior in particular, and she will definitely fit Tropicalcore in a good way, because one thing is she's a koala, and koalas live in hot temperatures even if they go a bit above the average of 30 degrees, etc. You know what I mean? Melba is definitely the one I'll recommend for Tropicalcore, only because I've already had her on my island recently, etc. And hopefully you guys think she'll be a good suggestion for your islands, who knows? My next video suggestion is Flora, and I'm thinking to myself is that Flora, I have had her before on my first island, and she was definitely, one that I was thinking, why? I think it was only on a villager hunt, I remember correctly, that I managed to find her, and I realised that both her birthday and Stitch's birthday were actually close together. So hers was first, and then you had Stitch's, which was on the 10th. So you know what I mean? Having both have the same, birthdays, but they're both kind of close together, it gets kind of you think, oh no, I've got to go get gifts for both of them. You know what I mean? Well, Flora, she was definitely a little sweetheart to me for a while, and then I think it was kind of about time that I could have got got rid of her and got some new villagers, because sometimes when you get burnt out Animal Crossing New Horizons, you feel like I need to get someone new, to freshen things up, because sometimes when you get burnt out, you don't know what to do with yourself, and I know that all of you probably experience burnout at the moment, and it's kind of true in a way. But Flora would be a good villager suggestion for Tropicalcore, only because she looks like a flamingo, and flamingos love the tropics, so that's my reason why I would suggest her as a villager suggestion for Tropicalcore, etc. So my next villager suggestion for Tropicalcore is Tangy. Well, the thing is, Tangy gives me that tropical vibe for some reason. She looks more like an orange or a tangerine, whatever you kind of see on that sort of front. And I know she's quite popular with some players, because I know sometimes you see her on Kid Core Islands or any other cores. You can literally just, let Tangy be in any core, or, do a theme for your island, etc. You could always have Tangy, but Tangy's definitely a popular villager that you would want to have. But even though she's not in tier 1, it's just a bit unfortunate a little bit. But you know what? I think she will fit Tropicalcore for a few reasons, only because inside her house interior, it's she's got all the orange items, and all of it's all spread round, and I quite like that she's got a lot of orange furniture around it. And plus, I'm not sure, but she definitely has the palm tree item inside her house somewhere as well. So you could have Tangy as a tropical villager as well, if you interested in having her on your tropical island, etc. So our next video suggestion is Julia. Well, the thing is, I quite like her kind of like, design in a way. She kind of gives me like Tropical vibes and also Jungle Core vibes. So anyway, if I didn't like, suggest anything for Jungle Core, Julia will also fit into that because she's more likely a peacock. So peacocks might actually like, live in the countryside or in the forest, whatever. You know what I mean? Peacocks have got their own sort of thing and they're also very elegant. They're very colourful. They have, every time you see like, a peacock in real life, you see like lots of rainbows on there as well. So she could fit into any theme if you wanted, like, like I'm theme in particular, but Tropicalcore thought probably fit her better because inside the house interior it's more elegant and it gives me Hawaiian vibes. So that's why I think Julia will be a good recommendation for Tropicalcore, etc. Next video suggestion is Piper. Well, I feel like she'll fit Tropicalcore very nicely because she kind of looks more like, elegant. I can imagine her being on Tropicalcore Islands, and I can imagine them remodeling the house to make it fit the Tropicalcore vibe in a way. But I feel like she would probably fit in a few other cores as well if you're thinking about it. If you're not doing iron cores, you could always have Piper, or you could just, decide for yourself you want to have Piper as a Tropical Village, then go for it. She might fit in a few other cores, but you might have to find that out for yourself, okay? My next video suggestion is Alice. Well, I'm sort of thinking to myself, she kind of fits like, the Hawaiian vibe as well, even though I think her house is quite really like, elegant sort of thing. I think it's like, her wallpaper's more white and got a lot of elegant items inside. So again, you could always put her in like, Tropicalcore, etc. And the funny thing is, I've literally just realised that the koala villages will probably make a very good pursuit when it comes to like Tropicalcore, only because you could probably have more than one koala in particular. It doesn't matter, to be honest. You could always go for Melba, or you could go for Alice, or maybe Faith, or anything like that, or Canberra. Well, they're only referencing those ones because they kind of fit the vibe a little bit, and you know what I mean. Tropicalcore would be I wish it was kind of like popular, but if you guys want to do like a futuristic sort of like aesthetic, then go for it. I wouldn't mind it, to be honest. My next video suggestion is Faith. Well, the only reason why I've sort of gone with Faith, for example, only because she looks like a Hawaiian koala, like a tropical one in particular, so she could probably fit, Tropicalcore pretty nicely. And plus, inside her house interior is like more like she's living on a beach, she's enjoying herself in the sun, you know what I mean? She's definitely a summery sort of villager in particular. But there's also another reason why I think she's a Hawaiian villager, only because her catchphrase says Hawaiian or aloha, what she says. But I quite like how it kind of represents her in a good way. So I think Faith will be one of my best suggestions for Tropicalcore in particular, only because she's literally been introduced back into the game, and I think she was like one of the returning villagers when it came to the 2.0 update. So who knows? If you guys want to have Faith on your Tropicalcore Islands, I recommend her. So our next villager, as a villager suggestion, is Clay. Well, the thing is that I know he might not be everybody's cup of tea, but I think he would also fit Tropicalcore in a good way as well, because sometimes inside his house it looks like he's living in the desert and that stuff, and you know what I mean? You could always put him in Tropicalcore or something like that, or Desert Core, whatever, but I think Desert Core is definitely the newest iron core there is at the moment, so he can be in Tropicalcore or Desert Core, etc. But if he's not your cup of tea, then you might not want to go for him, but it sort of depends on your sort of opinion when it comes to Clay, just in case you guys are thinking to yourselves, do I want Clay on my Tropicalcore Island or do I not? Well, it's kind of your decision really, so if you guys are thinking to yourselves, do you want Clay on the Tropicalcore Island, then go for him. If you don't, then it doesn't matter that much. You could always look for another Tropical villager in particular, so let's get to the next one, shall we? For my last villager suggestion, I'm going to recommend Hair, only because he gives me those tropical vibes, and he's the only tropical rabbit there is who has like a hat, and plus he's wearing like his little summery shirt, etc. But I would also recommend Bud, but I might have to leave that to another video at some point. But most importantly, I feel like O'Hare's a good villager suggestion for Tropicalcore because he kind of fits the vibe when it comes to summer. He kind of enjoys himself, and plus he's also a smug villager, so he could probably fit the vibe, and plus his house interior will probably fit the vibe as well. So if you guys want on your islands, then just go for him if you wanna, or if you don't, then it's okay with me. Well, I hope you guys sort of enjoyed this video of me, like, suggesting chocolate pictures for you guys. Because I know sometimes when it gets like summary like this, you'd want to do something chocolate, wouldn't you, on your rhymes? So if you guys think this video sort of helped you guys out a lot, then feel free to leave a like, etc. And probably subscribe to my channel, and then you can see more of my content that I might post out in the future, etc. Make sure you leave a like on this video, and if you're new to my channel and want to see more of my content, please subscribe, because there's a variety of content I enjoy. Might involve Animal Crossing content, Utopia content. Well, I'm probably going to do Animal Crossing content, but I'm going to let you guys know in advance that my movie trailer will be probably coming out probably tomorrow or maybe the next day, who knows. Whenever it premieres, then you guys can get to see what movie trailer is going to be about, okay? Also, turn notifications for further Animal Crossing Utopia content from me. So stay right by from Real Animal Crossing, and I'll see you next month, so bye!